Hey, 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 it's your girl Kenda, and this is my show, Minding My Own Podcast. How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Good.
Yes, guys. I have a really special show today. I got some really amazing ladies here, and they're friends, and we're going to talk a little bit today about mixing business with your friendships. Really good topic, really good topic. The reason I chose this is because, some people just can't make it work. They really just can't make it work. Am I wrong? Or am I right?
No, you're right.
So I always say it has to be something special and it has to be a true friendship in order for ladies to be able to make this work, for people to come together and have these type of partnerships where money is involved and all kind of other things that are involved in the process. So I'm going to introduce you all to each one here. We've got Brianna, Gloria, Ashley, and Rachel. Can I get a round of applause for the ladies? So where my button?
I was looking for that. button.
Okay. Don't mind that, y'all. That's anger management needed. But not for real, not for real.
Hey,
But yes. So I'm gonna actually go around and talk to each lady about their own business and what they do and how they got started. So you guys can have a little bit of background in case you don't know. I know a lot of these faces are familiar, so it's really kind of probably like just running it back. But let's do it for the people who are not aware. So Brianna, let's start with you. Owner of Blossom Business Consulting.
Yes, I am the owner of Blossom Business Consulting. I work with a lot of entrepreneurs in the city. I mostly focus on business development. So I kind of take that hustle and we actually make it a real business. Um, I take all your ideas and we get them. I pretty much take ideas, the brainstorming process, and we get it on paper.
Yes.
We develop a business plan and we just take what you've been working so hard for and actually make your dreams a reality. I also focus a lot on business credit and building the business credit up so that you're able to obtain different items that you want to obtain for people who don't know how.
Needed, so needed.
And I love to educate my entrepreneurs. It's a lot of people who blindly mislead people just to get that quick buck. And I just can't see, I just don't want to be that person. Like, I want to provide accurate information to my city. I'm always doing a lot of classes. I just have my freebie. I'm always giving away something free.
I was actually
I always say, I wish that I wish I had a me when I first started off in business. I didn't have nobody to help. And so I learned everything. And so I want to be a good person to people who actually want to make a difference and start the business. So that's just a little bit about what I do.
fantastic, girl. And that's actually, we can go ahead and clap for her. That's a beautiful thing. I had the pleasure of working with Brianna for my latest event. It was May 13th. It was called Coach My Growth. And she came in and volunteered her time as a business development coach. And she's planning on doing it again this upcoming October as well. So thank you so much for everything, girl. You are amazing.
Thank you.
I just had to say that. She's great. How about you, Gloria? First Class Financial Solutions. Tell me a little bit about your business.
So First Class Financial Solutions is basically a credit repair company, but I also do other things outside of that. So I help people with like business funding, personal funding.
Nice.
But for the most part, it's credit repair and education. So,
I mean, everybody does need that, some type of guidance in that area.
I deal with a lot of clients, and I also deal with people that, not trying to be funny, think they know credit repair based off what they seen on either like YouTube or they homegirl. It's just a lot of misinformed information out. There's a lot of people that don't know a lot about like credit laws, FCRA, and just a whole bunch of stuff. So outside of like repairing people's credit, I also try to educate them on what credit is, what it's not. And a lot of people are like gung-ho on their credit score.
Yeah.
And I always try to tell people that there's profile is more important than their score, because there are people that have 700s and they get denied.
Yeah.
And then there's
I've heard of
people
that.
who have a credit score of 5s or 6 and they out here getting approved for American Express cards. So, I just like to, teach people, because again, they aren't informed on what, credit is as a whole. So
Yeah. Fantastic. I think that you're doing an amazing job at helping people understand, what they can get from credit, how it affects them in their personal lives and their business. That's fantastic. I think that's fantastic. You guys make sure you guys reach out to both of these ladies. Yes. Hey. Okay. There we go. Awesome. And Ashley, Divine Lash Beauty Bar.
Yes.
Let's go. What you got?
So I'm the owner of Divine Lash and Beauty Bar. We've been open for about 6 years now.
Nice.
So we're Black owned salon and spa located in Mequon, Wisconsin. We specialize in different things like skincare, body waxing, body contouring. We do what else do we do? Lashes. We do so much stuff.
I gotta pay you a visit.
We do so much stuff. We also have a hairstylist that's on site, and we do have a nurse that's on site too. That's actually independent contractors.
Wow.
My daughter is one of the hairstylists there as well. She's 17 years old. So
That's fantastic.
she's an entrepreneur.
Shout out to her daughter. Go girl.
Shout out to Alea.
Yeah.
One of
That's
the
fantastic.
biggest things with me is providing opportunities. So a lot of the staff that's on my team, they're beginners, so they didn't come in with clientele and things like that. Just because I know it's harder for a lot of people coming in the industry that's new. You have to go, when you go to a lot of other places, they want you to have your clientele established. Well, I don't do that, just because I know it's kind of hard for people to be able to get into places and build up their clientele. So I do give them the option to come in commission based, or they can either come in.
I love that.
Hourly, or
Yeah.
after they build up their clientele and get their name out there, they do have the option to actually go as an independent contractor. So I like to give opportunities, and I work with WIOA, which is the Wisconsin. It's a Wisconsin program for the youth to actually come in and work and get that training, that hands-on training. So they come in as like receptionists. They kind of see what we do. We teach them customer service and things that matter. And then once they're done with the program, I do have the option to hire them on, but they graduate through the program, and then they can go off to get it's a paid training too. So they can go
amazing.
off to get the jobs of their choice or whatever.
So it's like a paid internship type thing?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And are they like getting hours with you?
Yep, they get hours with me, which they do get paid through the state for.
Okay.
So they pay them up to 20 hours to come in and work for whatever the hours. I mean, for whatever the amount that I pay, the state would actually pay them.
Awesome.
So the more I get, the more of the people that come in through the program and they graduate, the better the hourly rate is that they'll pay them.
And if you guys didn't get all of that, we'll be sure to make sure we put that information in the comments at the end of the show in case anybody is interested in that program. That is fantastic, girl. Keep doing your thing.
I love that.
I gotta give you Rachel Cosmetics. Let's go.
I am the owner of Rachel V Skin and Beauty Spa, and also the owner of Rachel V's Cosmetics.
Yes.
Actually, I started off with Divine Lash and Beauty Bar.
Yes.
When I first graduated from school with my aesthetics license, she gave me an opportunity to build my clientele and build my community. And from there, we both kind of knew that I was like supposed to be kind of on my own. So that's what I did. I opened my original space back in 2021. I have expanded to a full service spa.
Congratulations.
Of course, I'm the licensed esthetician, so I do skincare, waxing. That's what I specialize in. but I also have a nail tech. I have a loctician in the building, natural hairstylist, eyebrow specialist. So
Wow.
it's kind of a one-stop shop. You can come in and get what you need, have your little self-care day. I've been doing this for about almost 3 going on 4 years now.
Okay.
And
That's dope.
been owning my cosmetic line since 2017. Of course, I specialize with my cosmetics with lipstick and natural skincare.
I love the lipstick you got on today. Is that part of your line?
This is a part of my line.
I'm about to make a note. What color is
Let
that?
me tell you what her name is, bro. All of my
What
girls,
color is that?
all
It's
my girls got a
beautiful.
name. Her name is Pay Me, baby.
I love it.
Pay Me. Her name Pay Me.
I
Okay.
love that color. Yes, yes.
Thank you.
I love it. It's
So I've been doing lipstick and cosmetic for a while. I do make natural skincare. As most people know, I'm like the turmeric soap dealer, and my soap sells out every ringer. every
That's
time.
actually how I met you at a pop-up shop. My sister, shout out to my sister Tanya, referred me to you at the shop. She came back with some soap. And I'm like, where you get that from?
Yes.
And she like, Rachel. She's like, you don't know who Rachel is? I was like, no, but I want to know.
Yes.
And she sent me over there.
Look how full circle.
Yeah, that's dope. I love it. I love it.
So right now I'm in the beginning stages of building my spa. Ashley is like one of my good friends, but also mentors. So like I really take in everything she pours out. So it's been a blessing. I can't lie. Like this last
real
year,
sisterhood.
Yeah, this last year has been lit.
I see
To
you
say the
posting
least.
all the time, and you are a busy, busy lady, but you are always in good spirits. I admire that about you. All of you ladies are actually. If y'all add these ladies on Facebook, if you're not officially friends with them, I would recommend being friends with them. Like, for real. One of the dopest things that I love about all of you is that you said, let me just do what it is that I want to do. And I'm going to do it with people that care about me. There's not going to be any drama. There's not going to be any issues. This is what I'm passionate about. And I have people beside me that are pushing me in the right direction and uplifting me.
Right.
That's beautiful. I most recently attended an event. It was called the I Got You Women's Rally. Brianna was there. You donated to this event.
Yes.
Yes,
Because I
I
couldn't
saw.
make it.
Yes, she
Yeah.
donated. She was there. And it was a really fantastic event. Shout out to Miss Logan Tay. She was the one who
Yes.
founded that. So shout out to you, dear.
She's super.
Yeah, she is. She's a really great friend of mine. And the focus for that event was to bring women together and help each other understand like some of the things that we go through. But also how we can like get over boundaries and break barriers and things like that. So that was very inspiring for me. And I'm just knowing that you ladies are going to inspire other women too today. So I'm going to ask you guys some really, really good questions so we can dig a little bit deep.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. So Brianna and Gloria, tell me a little bit about how you met.
Y'all, we met at Dots.
Hey, Dots used to be
Hey,
the
Dots
store.
used to be the spot.
No, okay,
For
so
real.
it's crazy because I just had graduated from high school and I got the job at Dots. And Gloria was my manager at Dots, and we were like, I grown to love her so much as her being
Aw.
older than me, and I used to look up to her like I love Gloria. Like every time she was my manager, I used to check the schedule. Like I love working with Gloria. Out of all the managers at Dots, it was always her. And then life happens, and I got older. I left Dots. When you younger, you bounce around from job to job to job, and we just kind of lost contact for a while. And then I was randomly on Facebook one day, and like in the people you may know section, I was like, no, that's not Gloria.
Shout out Marky Mark. You brought them back together.
I sent her a friend request and like 3 years ago, and the rest was history. Like we just started connecting, and I supported her business, and she definitely support me to the fullest.
Aw.
And that's just how we roll. Like
Period.
anytime, any opportunity, like today, I say, I want you to come on with me. She like, okay, just let me know what I got to do. What day, what time. She there. She refers people to me like we always this my girl. Like by her
Yeah.
being older, like I really look up to her
I love that.
because she's a really great person.
Right.
Oh,
That's
shout out.
all.
All right, and Ashley and Rachel, tell me about how you ladies met.
You want to go?
Yeah, let me go because I'm just telling y'all before we got on here, Rachel didn't even know who I was. She don't even know who we met at, but I do because I really do have a good memory. So actually, I had heard about Rachel prior to, but we met at we were doing doing a pop-up shop at it was Asia.
It was at Mr. J's.
It was at Mr. J's.
Oh, okay.
Asia, Daniela, and Nessa. They had a makeup class. This huge makeup class. It was amazing. But they had a makeup class, and we actually met there. And she was talking about like she was doing her skincare line. She wasn't talking about school. I mean, she wasn't in school or anything. But I remember that she was saying that she signed up for MATC to go for their esthetician school, and I told her, I'm like, girl, go, like
Yeah.
it's nice, like it's a nice program to go in. And she was like, you was like on the waiting list or something, and she ended up going there. And my friend that worked for me at the time, her name is Santana. Shout out to Santana. She has her own business. Aesthetics.
Okay.
So she's off on her own too. But she was my manager at the time, and Rachel was in school, and she was like, could you, she was like, Rachel looking for a place. I was like, tell her to come on. And we brought her in before she actually graduated. So we brought her in to kind of watch and help us out with a lot of stuff. And she kind of got some training and things like that until she actually got licensed and then was able to work on clients. So
Nice.
that's how.
And then it's just unfolded from there.
I know. Rachel,
Do you remember that? Do you remember that for real? What you just said?
No, I do
I
remember.
remember everything. I remember conversations.
I remember that. I
Me too.
remember
You
more
don't even
the.
remember. You like,
I remember more of once I got into Divine, because I do have a bad memories, but I do remember the Divine portion of it, because when I came in, I think she was giving people opportunities, but I don't think she really thought I was gonna stay that long. I think she was like, oh, okay. But then I came in and I started just acting like I knew what I was doing. Like I had been there forever and I felt so at home, and we just started connecting on another level where we were able to really have real conversations, because although I was new to the beauty and aesthetic world, I had been an entrepreneur for a while. So I wasn't new to like the business part. So being able to have somebody to vent to and open up to and not feel like you were bashing. I think a lot of times as business owners, it's things we want to get off our chest, but we don't want to sound unhumble. We don't want to sound like we don't appreciate like our clients or just our community. But sometimes like things happen where you just like, girl, I just need to say this, get it off my chest. And I feel like we became kind of that comfort zone for each other, because a lot of times
no, Rachel is more of that I'ma just say whatever. I'm
no
let
filter,
you know,
Rachel?
like no filter, Rachel. Like with me, I have a filter. I think about people's feelings and stuff, and I be like, dang, Rachel, like how she be like, she like, don't play with me. I be like, oh, okay, like I'm not scary at all, but I really be thinking about people's feelings.
No, but
I be
she,
like, I don't like to hurt people's feelings.
Like,
I don't like to do nothing. I hate drama. Like I'm not a dramaful person. I hate drama.
Yes,
like I feel
but
like,
see, for me, I don't look at it as drama. I'm a 100 person.
Yeah.
Like I'm not the friend that has time for sugarcoating. I'm not the friend that's gonna lie to you and tell you that it's okay when it's not. Like I'm really
Everybody needs a friend like Rachel.
I'm really
wait, I ain't gonna
I'm really the
lie to you
solution friend.
I ain't gonna lie
She be
to you
cutting up.
either, but she be cutting up. So I'm not
Y'all be cutting up too, don't y'all?
man, what?
Who the one that be cutting up over there?
But we definitely
we balance each other.
we
out.
balance each other out.
Yeah.
I love that.
So if it's something that I'm going through, I'll call Rachel. She be like, Ashley, just take a deep breath, get it together. Like I be freaking out about stuff, and I'm like, I just need to be able to talk to somebody that I can relate to with a lot of stuff. So I'll just talk to
I
her.
have to
She be like,
remind her
I
who
got you.
she is sometimes.
Hey, that's okay.
I didn't
Sometimes
say
we
the
need
cuss
that
word, but y'all
reminder.
know what I mean.
Yeah.
I have to remind her because sometimes I feel like imposter syndrome gets in us a lot.
Mhm.
As entrepreneurs, as creatives, if you are one, you understand. Like sometimes you need that friend that's gonna be like, "Girl, if you made it through that, you're gonna make it through this."
Yes.
Like, let's just figure out what you need to do. Let's stop worrying. And Ashley's one of the people, she wants everything to be perfect because she looks at it like I can't fail, and that's nothing wrong with that because I look
Yeah.
at it the same way. But baby, if we fall, we gonna get back up together.
Definitely gonna
We
get
figure
back
it
up, and
out.
you're gonna learn something from the whole
But
situation.
I get that thing, but with me, just because I have that business, a lot of my staff, majority of my staff is commission based. So I'll be like, if I mess up on anything,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I fail so many people. I have so many people that depend on me. I have my kids, I have my staff, I have my family. It's so many people that depend on me. So I'll be like, I gotta get this right.
Yeah.
I gotta do this.
And I'm the
I get
friend that
that.
try to take that load off her shoulder, like, girl, no,
Yeah.
you don't know.
Let me ask you ladies a few other questions. Tell me this. When was the turning point? Let's put you two ladies. When was the turning point in y'all friendship where y'all were like, okay, we're friends and we can trust each other to do business officially? What was the turning point for y'all when y'all were able to do that? Because I kind of heard that from them where they were just like, look, we just vibed. It was instant connection and we just went from there. She helped me. She looked out. What about y'all? What would y'all say?
I just feel like it naturally happened. I almost want to say like at DOS. Like I'm really
Yeah.
a chill person and I don't like drama or anything like that. And I just feel like me and her naturally connected. We didn't have like an official like, okay, girl. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly. I think like she said, it just naturally flowed with us. Like Gloria is very chill. She will pop off when needed. I'll be like, oh, I feel sorry for whoever finna get Gloria because she ain't gonna play with you. But she is very chill. Gloria is just an all-around good person. Like she just reminded me the other day, like she just said, hey sis, I just want to give you your flowers because you're doing like an amazing job out here. And I teared up a little bit because we always
turn
don't
your friends up.
Yes,
because
turn them
you know
up,
what?
lift them
Turn 'em
up.
up.
We don't try that, you know what I mean? Like
Lift
we
them up
don't
high.
give us our flowers all the time. Like don't wait until somebody's 6 feet under to start laying flowers on them.
Yes.
Give it to them now, and that's super important.
I agree.
But you know, I trust her so much. I trust her with like my personal credit information. Like I come to her and I say, you know, like she know all about my business, what's on my credit report, all that. She does that, and I trust her just that much.
Yeah.
Because she's not the type who's gonna have my business in the street.
Yeah.
She owed this person at one point, and you know, she did this. She did.
Yeah.
So that's why I can always refer people to her.
Yeah.
It's because that trust I have in
Yeah.
her, because she's not gonna have your business in the street.
And that's
Very
important.
And it's not nobody
That's
else's
important.
business. And I could come to her and I could talk to her, and she educates me still to this day. Like I'll be like, girl, I didn't know that. Let me
Right.
fix this because I didn't know. So it's like the level of trust I have in her. Somebody looking at your credit report, like that's your profile.
Yeah.
So you
That's your
have to
business.
trust the person to do that. So
Absolutely.
I definitely, she has my full trust
I love
for
that.
sure.
There you go, man.
That's how it's supposed to be, though. You know, I want to ask you ladies this. What type of tips or advice would you give other women who are looking to take their friendship to the next level and get into business with each other? I'm asking that because even myself, like I've had conversations with people and I'm like, oh, maybe we should get into business. And, you know, people are just super hesitant about moving forward with that. I think a lot of people are just really afraid that their friendship is going to not make it through. How do people build that confidence to say, okay, I love you, I trust you, let's just go with it, let's just do it?
So number one, I feel like it's about knowing your friend, like
Mhm.
not
Mhm.
like their spirit, their intentions, like how are their intentions in life, period.
Absolutely.
I feel like that will allow you to be more comfortable with knowing what their intentions will be in a business with you.
Yeah.
A lot of times I feel like people not casually say like, let's do business together,
Yeah.
friend. Like, let's start this business,
Mhm.
not thinking of the days that it will be hard and we're going to have arguments and we got to separate our personal from our business.
Yeah, we're not always going to agree type stuff.
Yeah, you got to understand we're not going to always agree.
Yeah.
So for me, one thing, because I do eventually want me and Ashley. I always like plant seeds.
Mhm.
So one of the things I always manifest is that me and Ashley will own a business together down the line. But my best way for her to trust me is for her to see me do everything I said I was going to do with me.
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
So
I agree
within
with
my
that.
business,
That's a
so
good point.
so you can. That's gonna
We
build
gotta
her
show
trust.
each other that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's
We
gonna
gotta
build
be
each other's trust.
Reciprocation.
Yeah, it's like just
Word of the day.
keeping my word and her seeing me keep my word without her having to remind me of my word.
Yeah.
You know, me saying, Ashley, I'm gonna open up that spot. And then a couple months later, Ashley, I'm opening up my spot. Can you come help me with my grand opening?
Yeah.
Like just being able to show her like I'm gonna match your
Your energy.
energy.
Mhm.
You're not gonna be in it alone.
Right.
I feel like a lot of times, you know, people want businesses, especially friends that ain't never had a business that want to join somebody,
Yeah.
that has a
already
business.
have it.
They
Exactly.
really don't understand the work and the foundation that you had to build the footwork. So
Absolutely.
then y'all go into it, you're like, oh yeah, that's my friend. Let's open a business. And then you realize I'm doing all the work.
Coming back from that
This
Miami
coulda
trip, having a
this coulda-
fight.
Yeah, this could have just been my
Yes.
Because you,
business.
you
Exactly.
get left to be doing, you get left doing all the work,
Exactly.
and a lot of people look at that. They look at that whole, I'm gonna just open up a business. No, it's a lot to this.
It's a lot of work.
It's
It's
a
a
lot
whole
of-
grind.
it's a lot of hard
It's
days.
so much
4/7.
stuff to this.
So y'all friendship have to be able to withstand
It
them
gotta-
hard days.
and I
yeah.
need to see, like she said, it's that trust thing. Are you responsible on the back end stuff? Like, are you going to be responsible with helping out with the, like, don't leave me to do everything.
Right.
Are you going to be helping with inventory? Are you going to be helping with these bills? What about the paperwork that's behind there? Who's doing that? Are we doing it together, or are you just watching me do it because you feel like, oh, you got it, you know how to do
Exactly.
it?
Yep.
That's me. That's my business then.
Or even like, I don't feel good. Can you cover me? Do you
Yeah,
really got
can I
me?
trust
Do
you
you
to cover
have-
me? Can you handle what it is need to handle? So my job right now, and I feel like as well as hers, is if we really both in our back of our head are manifesting a business together, my job is to show her that I'm gonna do what I said I'm gonna do.
Yes.
I'm gonna
yes.
show up.
Yes, I love that. I
I
gotta
want
give
to
you all
add
that.
to
Both
y'all made
of
some
them
great points, but I feel like getting stuff on paper too, it eliminates like
Yeah,
a lot of
contract.
confusion.
Yeah.
That's mandatory.
Everything
'cause
has to
I
have a contract.
I'm partnered with someone on a completely separate business, and she's actually a relative. And you know, sometimes people are spiteful, sometimes there's emotions involved, and
Mhm.
they can't separate it. But this legal document right here,
Don't separate everything we need to separate.
This says exactly what we agreed
Oh,
to
we
do.
don't always sign
But,
contracts.
Yes.
but also make sure that person care about contracts. 'Cause
Right.
There's people that get into it. Be like,
That's
fuck
true.
that contract.
Okay,
Right,
I don't
because
care. I don't care what she
I
talking
didn't even
about.
read that.
Right.
that's
That's
Right.
right. Take me to court.
Right,
You
I
gotta
don't
make
care.
Sure, you gotta make sure you
That's
got
true.
some people that's responsible.
That's where conversations
Absolutely.
come in there, though. That's a great point, though, because
Mm-hmm.
it does. Me making you sign this paper doesn't mean that I don't think we're gonna be okay, but it's gonna cover both of our butts because
Right.
it is important to do that,
Right.
and that's the legal part of business is also important.
Exactly. It's like a guide or like an outline saying, look, I'm trusting you to do this. You're trusting me to do this. This is
Right.
what we're agreeing to do together.
Yes.
And that's what it is. Like there's
That's
no
why they have
deviating
marriage
from that.
licenses
Absolutely.
because it's a legal document.
And
Yeah,
also
so it's like, this
adding
is it.
to what she said is actually like being on that same wave too.
Yeah.
Knowing that it's not a competition. Like I'm in this with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I support you as well as you support me. Cause you know, sometimes, like you said, people start these businesses. Let's start a business, friend, and then it starts to be like a dog eat dog type of competition. And it's
Yeah.
like, but for what? Like we
Right.
starting this business together. Like we in this together.
We both can shine. We both can win.
Exactly.
That's the purpose.
Like I got a couple things coming up within my business that I know for a fact, Gloria definitely, I want her involved with it because her expertise with like educating on financials is super, super important. Y'all don't even know how many clients I deal with that like I can't get them the proper funding that they need. We can't even talk about funding because their credit is like a 400 or a 300.
Right.
That's not good. Like you need somebody to educate you on the processes, and you need to
Mhm.
talk to my girl. And like I want her to come in and talk to people about the importance of building that credit and not doing bad stuff with your credit. 'Cause
Yeah.
Y'all businesses kind of go hand in
they
hand.
go
Yeah.
hand in hand, and I definitely want her to be involved. And so it's like walking on that same accord and understanding
being
that
aligned.
what you offer is great, and we definitely can benefit from it. And we could do good things with each other. Like
Yes.
who knows what lies in the future for us? Like we open up a $1 billion, I don't know.
Mhm.
who knows?
Listen,
You just
man.
never know.
Okay.
Manifest like
Right.
what you want in life, so you just never know. So
I think another thing too, it's got to be a balance. Like you said, y'all balance each other's out. You know, y'all balance each other out, right? Y'all passions are
Mhm.
similar. Even though you might have your own way of doing things, you guys can respect that and say, okay, well, this is what you add, or this is where you're strong, this is where I'm weak. You do this, I do this, right?
Mhm.
It's having that. And also earlier, you and I were talking, you were talking about having those boundaries and those barriers there.
Mhm.
Go a little bit more into that, Brianna.
So I also think that in addition to being friends with somebody and having that relationship, it's also good to have a boundary. Friend, I love you to death, but I just need a self-care day today. I just need time to myself. I need to have a spa day. I need to take myself out to lunch, or I just need to be alone where I don't answer the phone. And your friend should be your friend so much so they understand that.
Yeah.
And they don't get offended that you're not replying to text messages, or I seen your text message, sis, but I'm going through something mentally. I can't really respond to you. I responded in my head, but I physically can't respond. I love you, but I just need time to myself.
Yeah.
And I think that people need to understand that.
That communication
We're all
is important
super
too.
busy these
Yep.
days. I do that quite often now, and I find some people get offended, and it's like, don't be
do.
offended. Like I'm a busy person. Like I have family things going on, and if I don't reply to you, I'm still the same person. I still respect you. I still love you, but I just am busy.
Exactly.
And some days I put my phone on do not disturb, and I have a spa day. I have a self-care day, and I'm definitely coming to you because, girl, I spend some money on a
Okay.
good
I love
spa
that.
day.
Mhm.
Trust me. But I just need those moments to myself, and people need to understand boundaries.
Right.
First of all, we already on social media.
Yes.
We already whatever you content creator, whatever, and then you engulf with social media, and then you engulf with your family, and if you have kids, you spending time with your kids or your spouse or your significant other, and then you got your friend breathing down your neck because you didn't respond to her text message.
Yep.
Like, I need some boundary up in this piece.
Right,
Like,
right.
Respect
I
boundaries.
can't
Right.
I can't do this right now with you. So
y'all got that figured out, the boundaries piece.
Oh yeah, if she don't text me back, I'd be like, Gloria, you're probably busy somewhere. She'd text me back. She had text me back at like 6 o'clock in the morning, like, good morning, sis. I was so busy yesterday, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no sweat, because I know she's gonna hit me back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But people gotta stop being so offended because somebody don't
Mhm.
hit you back.
I agree with that.
I agree with that, but let me tell you, I understand it with everybody else, but if my best friend don't hit me back, that's a problem because I know what she do. I know her schedule. I know what time she go to sleep. I know.
But see,
She said, I'm all up in there. I know it all.
I'm in there. Like, why you didn't call me back and you saw me call you?
see, she don't do that to me, so she understand our boundaries.
I understand boundaries, but I get it. I just got to make my little comments, but I don't be mad about it.
Right. You like, I ain't
No,
about
but
to harass somebody.
I'm
but-
the type of friend that I'll text you in the morning, say what I need to say my piece, and then you won't talk to me the rest of the day.
Right.
Unless we have something planned.
Yeah.
If we don't have nothing planned, I'm gonna text you, like, especially if I know you're going through something, I'm gonna send you prayer, I'm gonna send you whatever I need to do in the morning to make you feel a little better.
Yeah.
I'm the type of friend that'll send you $10 for coffee, and then I won't bother you the rest of the day.
Mhm.
Unless you show interest that you need to talk or
Yeah.
something. I'm not the friend that's gonna sit on the phone with you all day unless it's necessary.
Yeah.
Ooh, sir.
But
So you okay?
I understand boundaries. I understand that we both have full blown businesses to run,
Yeah.
and it's like a part. It's our life. It's how we eat. So you can't be on the phone with me all day and doing lashes. Like
Right.
Mhm.
I can't be on the phone doing facials and waxing. Like I can't do that.
Right. This doesn't
So
work.
yeah, but the same thing with my family. Like I create boundaries,
Yeah.
and then if they don't nobody, I'm quick to text you and say I'm working, and that be the end of my.
Mhm.
I don't got ain't no other explanation.
Yeah.
I'm working.
Yeah.
Like, and if you, because a lot of times I feel like because we entrepreneurs, people around us don't view our stuff as real jobs.
Yes.
But
it's a
They
real
swear they
grind.
don't have
It's a
no
real
real
grind.
job.
Call you
Yeah.
anytime.
I'm like,
of
girl,
day.
you the boss. You don't have.
Yeah, like, or they think you can just take off, and I'm just like,
Yeah, it doesn't
like
work.
one
like
day I had
that.
to tell my nephew, who is like my little brother, but I had to tell him now. Disclaimer: my nieces and nephews are old enough. We're the same age brackets, so they're my friends. But like he would just call me in the middle of the day and be like, "What you doing?" Like, I'm at work. I thought it was an emergency. What do you want?
Right.
He like, I was just seeing what you was up to, seeing if you want to go have a drink or something. I'm working. Then after a while, he caught the drift. Like, you really do got a job, Tommy. I'm like, yeah.
No, he didn't. I love that. I love y'all stories. Like,
Nobody respect boundaries. Like,
You don't
you're a
think-
business owner.
I
They be
mean,
like, you can
no.
just leave. No, but
They so you can
especially
just
with
take a
our business,
vacation. I'm like, I don't
we're
get PTO.
So hands on, like
Mhm.
so hands on. Like it be days where I'm swamped, and it's like, why you didn't answer? I'm swamped.
Yeah.
Like, was you
From
gonna
the
come
time
in and
you
help me
walk
with
in
some of
to
this
the
stuff?
time I
and y'all
leave.
leaving at like 9,
Like,
10 o'clock at
I'm
night
the-
some days.
I'm
I ain't
some-
never leaving
some-
that late, but
I do. She
You
just
know
told me the
what?
other day, like, I need to
I
stop.
set my schedule like a real 9 to 5. My
Some
shop
days I
opens
get off
up
at 8
this
o'clock,
time.
9 o'clock at
This
night.
is what time I get off. Like I really need my peace because I work all
She
day.
been
and
in
that's-
business for 6 years though. Like I told
But
her
I
the other day
have
when she
staff
told
too.
me, I said,
I have people that
yeah,
work
I
there
don't
too,
have
so-
Okay.
like for me, I have an assistant now. But like I've been hands-on for so long that I don't know, like I'm still learning how to delegate. and
Yeah.
trustworthy delegate. Like that I
Mhm.
trust that you're gonna do what I told you to do and get it done the way I would do it
Mhm.
in a timely manner that I would do it.
Child,
So
I
for
don't need
me-
two assistants.
Yeah, so I got one assistant. She's amazing. Shout out to Shiloh. Like she's amazing. Like we even get into it sometimes because she's telling me what I need to do, and I'm like, girl, get off my line.
Sometimes it's difficult.
It's difficult to hear.
Yeah.
But like the other day, she told me like you need to stop using your personal line for your business line. I'm like, well, this is the number I have on everything, so I'm not changing it. Right?
Yeah, that's enough.
I'm like, what do you want from me? I'm not paying 2 cell phone bills.
She said
But
it's
she
a lot.
like, no,
It's
it's
not
about
that
the-
expensive,
She,
though.
I know, but am I cheap?
She's
Ashley?
definitely cheap.
More of the story.
I'm cheap. Like I'm at heart, I'm a farmer. I'm a hippie. I'm cheap. Okay. I'm not into all of that stuff. Like I'll grow my greens before I go buy them. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
I
But
pay for a system. Listen, you call that phone ring 3 times.
she
and don't
into that
nobody else.
stuff.
The system gonna pick up like press 1 for. and you're
Yeah,
gonna get
she
an
literally
automated
pay for that.
system.
I be like,
Yes.
yes. I be answering my cell phone everywhere I go. I could be out in the club. Hi, this is Rachel V. How can I help you?
This is so funny that they mentioned in this
I'm
though.
not doing that.
The class I had with you yesterday, you had mentioned like get a phone.
But I was just like
That's
her
so
for the
funny.
longest. I was
I
just
was
like,
too.
Maybe next year I'll do that.
For the
But right now,
longest,
this number
I
has
never-
been my number for so long.
I
and so
know.
long.
Get a
Yeah,
prepaid
I
phone.
You can get an app.
I
Like
thought
one
that
of my,
get a
one of my,
government,
it's
get a
attached to
prepaid.
my phone and it
Yeah.
ring completely different. You could get an
Yeah.
app.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
not a
I
bad
know. She
idea,
said-
Rach.
Y'all don't even understand how bad my assistant got on me. And I was like, first of all, it's 1 o'clock. I'm going to bed. Leave me alone. But,
'Cause
you
people
know,
will text you and call
How
you.
your
Yes,
assistant
girl,
set
always
it
out
up?
to the night.
She will set it up, but-
Tell her say go to Walmart, get me one of them Boost prepaid
the
lines.
boost phone boost.
Yes, hook me up,
Hey, they
bring
work
it back,
just as
set
good
it
as
up for
everything
me,
else.
and then just tell me what to do with the phone.
But
Yeah,
if
that-
everybody got a line, you know that it's really not that much money. But you can keep going though.
Right.
So the other day I told her, I was like, well, I just got from work at like 9. She was like, why? I was like, I'm in grind mode. Like I'm in thirst mode. Like when I get to the 6 years, I can pedal my brakes. But right now I'm in
She's
grind
telling
mode.
you that you can do it. It's possible without all of
But
that.
it's like I just don't want to burn myself. I knew
She don't
that
want you to
being
burn out
burnt
either.
Like you can burn yourself out and not have
Mhm.
time for yourself, and you do a lot of stuff too. Like you still have time to go out and do like have fun if you want to. But I found myself at one point like literally burnt out.
Yeah.
And it was to the point like people, like even my staff, like leave the shop phone here. I would take the shop phone home.
I know. I
'Cause I feel
remember
all
I told
y'all
you
have
about
to
yourself.
say, like, she told me about herself, but she doing it now. Okay, okay.
That's funny. We actually
Double
addressing
standard.
that. I was gonna say, like, what are some of the challenges that y'all have
Yeah.
faced?
Right.
This is a good point.
Mhm.
A lot of y'all should listen to this because your friends will try and help you make a way when it don't seem like it's a way. It's a way, baby.
Mhm.
Right?
I'm gonna figure it out, y'all.
You gonna figure it out. I believe in you. I believe in
She
you.
gonna get another phone and watch y'all gonna have a new number next week. Why?
See, let's make that happen. Let's
It's okay.
make that happen. Right? We want her to have more time. We want her to be able to do whatever she wants to do. She's got some other loves, gardening
Uh-huh.
and
I
things
love
like that too that you like to do.
I love gardening.
So let's free up some of that time and space, and Brianna can help you with that too.
Mhm.
I know. That's why I gotta look at her list of stuff that she offers. But come on.
Yeah, I love that. So what about challenges as you guys were combining your businesses or your projects and ideas? What were some of the challenges that you went through? Or maybe at some point you were like, I don't think we should do this. After you got involved, has it ever been a moment like that? Or y'all just always was like, we can push through this, we can do this?
I don't think we ever had a point like that. Everything,
That's good.
every issue that we have come across, or like we haven't had a lot of disagreements, but if we don't agree on something from a business point of view, we always just talk it out. She say, why she feel a certain way? I say, why I feel a certain way. And then I'm like, okay, well, we can come to a medium,
Yeah.
but most of the time we can put our ideas and make it work.
So it's never been a time where you were like, you know what? Let's just not do this part.
No.
Let's do something different.
No,
Okay.
I mean,
because if we spoke
Because
it,
it always makes sense when we
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
up on agreement with it. It'd be like, yeah, I understand. Yeah, let's not do that.
I love that. I
And
love
if
that.
we have like, she has her viewpoints and I have my viewpoints like anybody else. And we ain't never like bashing each other, throwing
Right.
shade and weird and shady. She view her way and I do it my way. And that's that. But we still, at the end of the day, we still communicate. We still talk.
Yeah.
So it's never really been no issues with us.
I love
nothing
that.
made us not want to talk to
Y'all
each other.
inspiring so many people today.
It can
For
be
real,
done.
for real. Because I mean, I know y'all be seeing like them judge shows. They be on there suing each other, all type of stuff. Like,
I'm
what?
suing
That's
her
your
over my
mama,
wig.
though. That's your mama. You gonna sue your mama? What? Not your mama. But yeah, I think that's amazing though. Y'all really are.
I think it's all about. I think it's probably the biggest cliche to say, but I think it's really all about communication.
Yeah.
It really
And
is.
understanding
Yes.
how to talk to each other. Like we don't treat each other as anybody is beneath or above.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
of course, she's been in the game longer than me, but she has never talked to me like
I still go get
I
advice
know
from
this.
her.
Like I know for sure. Like she's never talked down to me. Every time we have a conversation, we're talking to each other.
Right.
So I know she respects me and my position and what I bring to the table.
Very important.
Yeah, that's very important because for me, I'm not looking at it like you said, like you look up to her.
Yeah.
I look up to her. So for me, I'm coming to the table like I'm trying to get like you. I'm trying to be 6 years, 10 years in the game, and still
Yes.
be good. But for her, she look at it like you bring just as much to the table as me.
Exactly.
So we have a respect factor. So if I don't know something, I'm calling her like, Ashley, like I need, like one day I text her out the blue and was like, I need my being struck by 2024. I was like, and I need you to make that happen. Like I need my being struck. And she said, it's up. We gonna get your being struck.
Let's figure out a way.
Next
Let's
year,
make
if
it
y'all
work.
see me in a being struck.
Okay, girl.
I know that's right. Hey, we gotta clap for that because manifesting, uplifting each other, all that.
But that's just I feel like that's just what it is. Communication, like
Yeah.
respecting each other.
I just feel like even as business owners, it doesn't matter how long you've been in the industry. It's always something new that you have to learn. And I'm always learning stuff new. I'm learning stuff.
I'm always a student.
every day. I'm
Yeah.
always a student. It doesn't matter. I'm always attending classes. I'm always putting
Yes.
knowledge on myself. I'm
Yes.
always learning something. Like I love learning new stuff. And if it's something that I don't know, or if I feel like I'm questioning it, I'm gonna call somebody. And normally it'd be Rachel, or it may be Santana. Like I'll call them. You like, what you think about this? Or do you think I should do this? Or she'd be like, nah, boo, don't do that, or something like that. Cause like she said, she's been in the industry longer as an entrepreneur. Maybe not in the aesthetics industry, but as an entrepreneur, period. So I can always go to her and ask her any type of question that I need that I feel like I don't know, or I'm not comfortable with answering myself.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I'm like, I'm too nice too. That's my problem. Like I'm really nice and she's not as nice as I am. Not saying that she's just a mean person, but she not
I'm
going
not
for
this
certain
disclaimer.
stuff.
I'm not a mean person.
She's not a mean person, but she just like,
blunt, straight
she
to the
just
point.
blunt.
No
And it's
bullshit,
just-
Rachel.
She know how to say no. So
Okay,
it's
you
just like
gotta
with
know
me,
how
I
to
You gotta
feel
know how
like,
to say that.
yeah, you gotta know how to say no, especially like because everybody look at you, they be like, you got that big
People
ass,
assume
got
that you have
big
a
old
business,
shop,
you have money.
you got
Business
money.
We was just
I
talking
was
about
just
that.
talking about that. Like people think I'm some type of cash cow. Like I could just loan out money, and it's like, okay, so first of all, I work for myself. I have bills.
Yep.
Like just because you see me with certain stuff or going certain places, that does not
I
open
work
up
for
the
that.
door
Yeah, really
for,
hard
for
it,
you
too.
to ask me.
to get
But you
through
know,
this.
one thing
Yeah.
that she has taught me, because I used to be so nice and giving. Somebody could sell me a sob story, and I would be like, okay, how much is it? Like I'm gonna give it to you. Gloria Girl, her favorite word is no. She was like, people don't even ask me
And I don't
no
need
more.
to tell you why.
Gloria,
No.
say it again. It's a what?
It's a
It's a
complete
no.
sentence.
I learned that from her, and I just texted her like a couple weeks ago and said, "I'm so proud that this whole year it has been no. I'm sorry.
Don't it feel good?
I
You don't
pray-
even got to
What I've been
apologize.
saying to people is, I'm gonna pray for you. I hope your situation gets better,
Mhm.
but I
Mhm.
cannot loan you $200, $300, $50, $20. Wait till payday. I don't want to be paid back because I don't want to have to go there with you, first of all.
Right.
And sometimes I value relationships so much that I don't want to loan you money because I know we're going to get into it because I know you're not going to pay me back.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't even want to go that route with you.
So yeah,
I don't
she
wanna
like
loan
that.
you
She
money.
like you used to.
Yeah,
So
I'm a-
I just stopped completely with people.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she the one who really put it in me. Like, stop giving your money away to people who don't respect you, first of all, and who not gonna pay you back. Let them figure
One
it
thing-
out.
Yes. One thing my dad always used to say when people used to borrow money, and even as a kid, like my daddy used to make me pay him 25 cents back. Like if I asked for
Give him
25
interest.
cents to go to the store, and so the days will go by, and then he'll see me go to the store again. He like, "What you just go to the store and spend?" I'm like, "My 50 cents." He like, "But you owe me 25."
Right.
Mhm.
He like, I hate to see somebody. This was his words. Excuse my language. He like, I hate to see a nigga go to the store and spend my money and walk by past me like they don't owe me.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's a word. He snapped. I need to
So
start using
that always stuck in my head. Like I don't never want to owe people. And he always told me, don't loan something that you're gonna be looking for.
Hey.
He
You
said,
just
I
said
was just
it.
telling
You
her
gonna
that.
be
That's
looking
one thing
for
I
it?
don't. That's one thing I don't do. But what I will do though is if I know I'm not gonna get, if I know I'm lending to you because you desperately need it, and I lend it to you, it's something that I
She
can
write it off.
That I can do without.
That I can write off. But if you don't pay me that money back, I'm writing your butt off too.
Right.
Okay.
You know, like, you got to clap on that one.
I got a phone.
Writing people off when they need to be written off.
I don't believe in that. Don't burn. You never know when you're gonna need somebody
Because you don't have
Right.
to burn a bridge with me.
You
You
don't.
don't have to
Exactly.
burn a bridge.
You don't
and
have to
that's-
tell me a sob story.
Right.
But for me, it's just like I would rather give you work than give you money.
Thank
Yeah.
Like
hello.
if you really hard on times and you need it, come work for it.
Yeah.
At least say, Rachel, let me sweep your spot. Let me mop your floors. Like, is there any secretary work I can come up there and do? Do you got some errands you need me to run?
Yeah.
I would feel better about putting money in your pocket.
Right.
But if you sitting at home asking me for money and you ain't moved all day and I'm breaking my back making my money, baby, I ain't got it.
Amen.
But you know
Amen.
what, Rachel? Now we live in a society where people, it's normal to just beg.
Mhm.
Because why should I work
And
for
it's
it when
normal
it's
for me to say no.
for me to say no? Exactly, because I offered somebody work and it was, I don't want to do that.
Oh, well, then
But
you
you
don't
want
want
to ask me for money, and the answer will be absolutely no, because you know that I need help within my business, and you know I just
And
got
you
rid
want-
of somebody, and you know I needed help doing a few simple tasks that I didn't have time to
that I
do.
wouldn't mind paying you.
I
for.
wouldn't have
Yeah.
mind paying you for them, and you were gonna get paid well too, and
Right.
you told me no.
No.
And that's why you won't
But
be
you
getting none
asked
of
me
my
with
money.
for money, and
Don't
the
ask-
answer was no.
And then in the last point, I just made 2 points, so this is my third one. But don't ask people for stuff that you can't return.
Yeah.
And that's not
Listen.
just money, that's for anything.
Anything.
Don't ask people for stuff that you can't give. Like how people like, I want this business friendship and I want to find a tribe of girls that I
Oh
can.
yes,
blah,
that's
blah,
the
blah.
that's the
They
norm
be-
now.
All
And
right,
they be
for
bullshitting
one.
for real.
Are you a good friend?
Right.
Right.
They looking for the come up because they think, oh, she got this business. I'm gonna get next to her.
Are
and
you
try
do
to
you
see
genuinely
what
know
she
how to be a
knows.
friend?
There you go.
I was actually gonna piggyback off the no topic. Let's flip it to the yes. Who needs a bunch of yes men around, right? I've seen
People
this.
who don't who have big ego.
Yes,
Mhm.
they rather have the quantity of people telling them, "Oh yeah, you doing it right.
than
You
the
got it
quality of
going on,"
people.
and watch their business sink and sink and sink. Instead
I
of
don't like
saying,
that.
"Look, no, you need to really be trying to do this. Like, how about I connect you with this person?"
Mhm.
Sharing resources, you know, giving recommendations and things like that. Like, I really think that's also a huge part of getting into business with friends
Right.
is opening up to all the tools and resources that you have and actually be wanting to share it, right?
Right.
And not seeing it as, oh, well, you might get better than me or you might be more successful than me. No, I'm riding with you. We're going to ride together. You
Exactly.
know what I mean? If you do better, I'm just going to learn from you and say, hey, how can I get to where you at?
Right.
Right. So I was just talking about that with one of my friends. We were talking about the quality over the quantity, having the right circle around you,
Mhm.
making sure y'all got the same values, morals, beliefs, that y'all align in more ways than one. You can't just be somebody I have fun with.
Right.
Right.
You can't be somebody who call yourself my friend, but you don't care about how my kids are doing.
Right.
Mhm.
You can't be someone who says, hey, I'm here for you, but you shut down anytime I'm trying to vent to you or give you some of the stuff I'm going through. Now, the boundaries piece is important. I should reach out to you and say, is it okay that I dump on you right quick?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because you never know what somebody
You
else
never
going
know,
through.
yeah.
But if I really need you, you should be here. If it's something I'm aspiring to be, I need to know that I can come to you and we can work this out. You know what I mean? But we also gonna piggyback off that piece. Let's talk about the different type of friends that you have. I believe that each person that you bring in your life serves a purpose for you.
Yeah, facts.
They bring a different value. They bring something different to the table. That's the reason why some people are your best friend.
Mhm.
And some people you just call them your friend or you're just your close friend. Let's talk about that. What type of friends do you feel you should have in your circle based off of the different needs? You got a best friend and then you got these other friends, right? What would you say that you have in your circle?
So I don't really consider everybody my friend. I hate the hey friend. I don't like that. So I don't consider
Ain't wrong.
everybody my friend. But I do have a few close friends that I really consider my friends. And I'm real big on friendships because I don't have family here.
Yeah.
So my friends are my family. So it's nothing that I wouldn't do for them, and I ride for them. So if I consider you my friend, you could call me and I will give it to you. I am that type of person. I'm going to give you the shirt off my back and I'm going to give you the last dollar that I have. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Just to help you. So I'm really big and close knit with who I really call my friends. Now, it have been people that I have brought in my life. And I, like you said, like they're there for a purpose to kind of show me not everybody you can't consider your friend.
Yeah.
And you got to learn how to just cut some people off. So I have had people in my life that I did consider a friend that I'm just like, you showed me how to be the person to say, hell no,
Yeah.
no, because you really are opportunist and you next to me just because of who I am
And
what
because
I have,
of who I know and what I can
who
do.
I know and what I have to offer.
Yeah.
And you know the type of person I am. So Rachel, everybody always tell me about that anyway. Like, you shouldn't be friends. Why are you still friends with her? That wasn't ever your friend. Or, you know, they always had that conversation with me. So now, I mean, I know and I'm big with the people that I have in my life. And my best friend always said too, like, who is this new girl? But just because you see somebody around me doesn't mean that I consider them my friend.
Yeah. They
It's
just
just
an
somebody-
associate.
And I can be in their life for a reason. You never know what I'm doing to them or how I'm inspiring them. You never
Right.
know. So that's why I'm not really big on like pushing people away. But once you show me your true colors, like, it's a wrap.
I agree. I agree with that. So you got to cut the ties, right?
Yeah.
See people for who they are and believe them the first time. Like,
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite sayings. See them for who they are and
I have
believe
more
that.
family than friends, so
Me too.
I was raised in a big family. My brothers and sisters are way older than me. If you know me, you know that. So all the women, most of the women you see me with, most of the guys are most likely my nieces and nephews. Like, one of my oldest niece is 1 year older than me. I fall behind her. Her sister fall. Like, so they're my close knit friends.
How blessed are you to
Um,
have that?
Mhm.
That's amazing, girl.
But even with friends, even with family being my friends, everybody still plays a different role. You know what I mean?
Right.
So for me, I've been having the same friends outside of them for 20 years plus. Besides the 20 years plus friends, I only have a few new friends. Now there's people that I have tried to build relationships with, and like Ashley said, you kind of like, you learn like very quickly, like they're there for a reason, but they're
Yeah.
also only there for a season.
Right.
Yep.
And I've learned to be okay with that. And it teaches you how to move different
Yeah.
and how to treat people. I don't have to have a problem with you. I just move accordingly with you.
Right.
I treat you as you need to be treated. You know what I mean? And I don't call everybody my friend either. Like, some of my best friend be like, why are you on the internet talking about sis this and sis that? So sis to me is not how other people take it. Like, oh, you might.
I was gonna say, because that's me. That's how I am.
to me, people take it as, oh, you're my sister. Like, no,
Right.
I have 8 brothers and sisters that's grown as hell. I
Right.
don't even know how to be a sister because they treat me like they child. So I don't know how to be your sister for real. Like,
Right.
I know how to be a genuine person. That's all I know how to be. So when I'm saying sis, to me, it's just a genuine way of talking to
To
people.
me, it's a way of respect.
It's a way of respect, and it's a way for me to show you that my guards are not up. Like,
Yeah.
I mess with you. Like,
Yeah.
I love your content. I believe in your business because if you on my timeline, it's a reason why I follow you.
Yeah.
I don't follow because because if I don't like what you posting, I unfollow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or I put you on. I'm quick to put a person on mute for 30 days.
Especially if
but-
they putting some garbage on there. I ain't trying to
so
see that.
I feel like with the relationships, I feel like it's just all about how people view it from the outside looking in. Because for me, just because I say somebody's sister on the internet, that don't mean I'm saying you my sister.
Right.
And just because I go out and go to events, because my best friend don't live here, so she always like, you always out. I'm like, no, I'm always at events that's gonna help build my business.
Right, you networking.
Surrounded by like-minded people who I can bump shoulders with and figure out what I need to do. I'm never just out kicking. You don't see me out at the club just always kicking it.
Yeah.
No, I don't do that.
Ever.
Yeah, like you don't see me doing that. You see me at events that have a purpose.
Right.
Mhm.
And that's gonna help you elevate.
Exactly. So for me in life right now, being the age that I am, everything I do is about intention and purpose.
Yes.
So I don't even
Amen
want to
to that.
connect with you if there's no intention and purpose.
Mhm.
Right. Right.
That's how I am now.
I'm at the point now
Yeah.
where it has to be business communities over
Mhm.
friendships.
I'm gonna
Exactly.
piggyback off that. When I started Coach My Growth, I called Brianna
Mhm.
and we had a conversation. And one of the things we brought up was, man, we need people around us that's like us. You know, people that's like, I see you struggling. Let me help you. You know, I don't want to keep all this to myself. You know, people that's like, hey, there's a better way to do this. Let me show you.
Yeah.
You know, you don't got to hold my hand, but teach me how. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, and so I actually started that event because I wanted to align with people who had similar mindsets, not the same,
Right.
similar. And so it taught me a lot. I actually made friends through business. I did the opposite, the flip effect. They weren't my friends at first, but they became my friends through business.
But those are sometimes the best type
best
of
friendships.
friendships.
Yeah.
My homegirl, Kayla Lewis, she actually owns Full Circle TV, and she's one of the new directors of
She
the
just came
Entrepreneur.
here.
She just came in here and was recording
Aw.
us. But she did a class one time for Full Circle TV. She built a community, and I was like, dude, like that's dope, because then that community supports everything you throw.
Yeah.
They trust that no matter what you throw, they're gonna show up. For instance, I don't know if y'all ever heard of TZ Talks podcast.
I have. Yep.
Mhm.
I've been to a few of their
Anything
events.
they throw is gonna be dope because
They
they build a
community.
community
Yeah, they bring people
that
together.
actually believes in what they got going on, and they're like, if y'all throw, they have a party every first Friday. People in our age group go. Like, we might not go out to the club, but we go because we feel safe.
Yeah.
We know it's gonna be lit. We
It's
know
always
all
a great
of us
time.
are professionals that want to go home, so it ain't no drama.
Right.
But that's because of their community they built. So that, like, having that community
And
matters.
because you said that, shout out to TZ Talks podcast. I love going to that karaoke night at
I'm
Allure.
going tonight.
See, I might have to make my way.
You going too? What?
I think that's where we going, y'all. We already started. It's a
My
party.
For the record, it's my birthday weekend.
Hey,
Happy
birthday.
My birthday is next Wednesday, but Rachella is Saturday. That's my party. That's my annual
Nice.
party. So we live.
Okay.
Period. Do
Happy
you?
birthday, girl. I think that's amazing. You a Gemini?
I'm both.
Ooh, I love it.
I'm because one started on my birthday, one end on my birthday. God made a real player.
Wow, that's dope.
I guess if you want to see it like that.
He knew what he was doing. He was like, Alakazunga.
I love that. I was gonna ask y'all too, why do y'all think some people struggle? You know, why do y'all think some people struggle with business in general? Like, it's so many people who want to get into business, but they're afraid to let their day job go, or they're afraid to let go what they're comfortable in. But they got some really dope ideas. You know, they got a supportive system. They just can't find it in themselves. How can we help those people or encourage those people to do what they
Ooh.
desire to
That's
do?
not-
I got an answer, but I want to see what she gonna say.
I always tell a lot of my clients never give up. Like, it does not matter how hard things get, how life happens all the time. Life be life. And for me, one thing that I never do is I never quit. I have bad days. I go through family issues, stuff with my granddaddy right now that's life changing for our whole entire family. But
Wow.
things get hard for me. And when I lay down at night, sometimes I get really sad about it. But every single day when I wake up, I show up. And I give 100%, no matter what I'm going through, because it's not their fault. It's what's happening to me.
Yeah.
And I also tell people that it's okay to take breaks. Like, if you need a break, if you need a month off, take a month off. If you need to take a step back and reevaluate where you're going with this business,
Just recoup.
take a break and recoup.
Yes.
Get your thoughts on paper and then pick back up. I think a lot of times is we feel that pressure from social media, and I want people, and I let my students and my clients
When
know
you say pressure, what you mean?
that pressure to like just do it all. I got
Or
to do
they
it
see
right
everybody
now.
else doing
I gotta
stuff,
do
and
it
they feel
right
like
now.
they
I
need
feel
to
like
catch
they
up.
need to be caught up where
That,
they at.
exactly. I need to be where somebody else is. But a lot of social media is not what it seems. And a lot of people need
People
to
make
get
it
that
look good.
image out their head, because people don't talk about those hard nights. People don't talk about the week that you didn't make no money.
Yeah.
And you like,
How about the
"Dang,
crying
how
and
am
staying
I
up
gonna
late?"
pay my cell
Yeah.
phone bill? How am I just pay this one measly cell phone bill because I made $0 starting off?
Yeah.
People don't talk about that, and then people don't talk about the rented lifestyle that people have on social media.
Yeah.
People be renting these cars for pictures and stuff,
All that.
jewelry, and they think that people really have these items, and it's like, take that image out your head and be yourself.
Yeah.
And roll with how you want to roll with it, and do what you need to do, and focus on you, and you get in the head of the game, and you will be okay. But just take your eyes off. Like, I tell people, you got to have tunnel vision when you in this.
Yeah.
You can't even
You
focus
can't pay
on what nobody else
attention.
doing.
Amen to tunnel vision.
And come off of it. Come
Like,
right
yeah.
off.
Because my whole life been like, my whole Facebook for the last 6 years been not me but my business.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So anybody that know me, they know my business. You don't know my personal life. I don't put my personal business out there like that. So most of the time, all you're gonna see is that.
Yeah.
But to go off of what she said, and I speak from experience. From going from a job, not wanting to quit that job, to going into a business. I worked at Kohl's for 7 years.
Yes.
And so I had that report for them. I was there for 7 years.
Yeah.
And I was scared to just be like, okay, y'all, I want to leave.
That's
I
what I'm
really
going
sat
through, girl.
down.
I'm scared.
I sat down
Don't be.
and I had that conversation with my boss. And that's why I say bridges. You can't burn bridges.
Yeah.
I sat down with my boss and I told her to talk to me like take the business part, like, Kohl's out of here. What would you do? And she just asked me, like, do you see your paychecks? I'm like, no, I don't see my paychecks in there because I'm making too much money doing lashes. That's part-time, but I'm not seeing my kids like that. You know, I'm here. As soon as I go here, it's in the morning, I wake up, I go do lashes. I go be at work by 10:30, getting off of work at 7, working until 11. Like, that was a lot. My kids not seeing me.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I have to do something different. But we went back. She said, let me look at your record. She said, you have no disciplinary action, no attendance warnings. You don't have anything. She was like, we would love to have you back.
Aww.
So if you decide that if this does not work for you, you can always come back.
You had that full
Always,
support.
yes. You always leave on good notes, in good terms, because you can always go back to them people, because they're gonna everybody gonna give you good work. Every manager that I have follow me on social media right now. They inbox me. They tell me, like, we're proud of you. It was only so far they let me go because, you know, it's in the corporate world, you really have to be like a whole different color. But it's like, look where y'all stopped me at, and look where y'all could have met. Y'all could have been.
Yeah, look at the potential I had.
You know what
And
I'm
you
saying?
didn't want to invest
Like,
in
you
that.
didn't see that potential.
Yeah.
And it's okay. I was like, I'm glad that I was able to go to where I'm at, because I never had to go back.
Yeah.
I
And
never
you love
had
what
to
you
work.
do, right?
I love
Ain't
what
that
I
a blessing
do.
to
Yes.
say? I never had to go back.
I never had to
Yes.
go back. I never had to go get a part-time job. I didn't do nothing. And one thing, my beautician, and now she my friend too, Yumika Higgins, she owns Sheer Pink Salon. when she gave me my first opportunity in the shop to work at her salon, what she told me is that I was like, I am so scared to quit my job. She was like, when you know this is your only way of income, your hustle
It's gonna be a
becomes
whole nother
stronger.
kind of hustle.
Mhm.
Yes.
And when she told me that, I was like, I'm finna try it. And when I tell you, baby, that hustle is stronger than ever,
Yes.
because I know this the only thing that I have to depend on. I'm like, I'm finna do it.
You turned it up.
Yeah. So anytime I'm like, oh
When that's
man,
your
I
only
got a
income,
gap.
you
Yeah.
don't got a
Come on,
choice.
like get in here. This is a special I'm running just today, just to fill in those little gaps to make sure I got that money coming in the door.
Let me ask you something. The pandemic happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of businesses went like this.
Mm-hmm.
Were you guys heavily impacted by that?
Mm-mm.
I wasn't
No.
my shop was completely closed down, but I wasn't heavily impacted because your hustle skills kick in.
You gotta figure it out.
Y'all
Stuff
know,
to
like
do.
everybody was finding something.
Yeah.
Your hairstylist that was braiding hair, they needed hair. We was going to Chicago. We found the beauty supply store, and we was going about all their hair. They braided hair. I was doing what's that? Not Instacart. I did Instacart,
I was
but
doing
I still
facials in my
had.
I was
basement.
DoorDash.
I had a little money.
I was doing facials
But-
in my basement.
See,
You
I
made it
wasn't doing none of that because I didn't like people coming to my house anyway, and we was remodeling the basement at the same time. So I was just like,
I made it work.
I'm like, I'm just gonna do Instacart. I'm gonna use this little money I got saved up, but it wasn't bad because it happened from like March, and then in May we was able to go back. So I was good. I had people calling me like, are you taking facials? And I'm already in Mequon. I'm a young Black girl.
Yeah.
A lot of them it is business that didn't really want me in there. So it was just like, do I want to chance it? And I was like, nah, I'll just see y'all in May, book your appointments. And we was good when May came back. I was scared though.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that because it was a hard time for a lot of people. You know, a
Mhm.
lot of people didn't have any other option. They didn't have nothing to lean on.
That's
So-
when I actually turned up my hustle. That was a rough
Mhm.
year for me. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I had $7 in my bank account and a whole bunch of bills that needed to get paid. And I actually started this business, and it
Yeah.
just
A
like
lot
I
of
went
people
from
started
$7
business,
to
yeah.
like money I couldn't even imagine a month that I was bringing in just by like throwing them flyers out there. And it was just crazy how many people needed my help, how many people
Mhm.
didn't know how to do this, and
When
I
you
knew how
satisfy
to
the
do
need,
it.
Yes.
doors open.
During that pandemic, like people they wanted those businesses, and a lot of entrepreneurs got rich during the pandemic. I was one of them. Like I did really, really good during that pandemic.
I'm so
think
proud
a
of
lot of
y'all.
us
That's
did.
amazing.
Man, that pandemic was a pandemic for real.
Man.
But yeah, I was.
a pandemic. I like
I didn't have much money. Like I started off with $7 in a laptop. That's what I
Wow,
had,
girl.
a laptop that I had just purchased because my
You
other
made
one
it
went out.
happen.
And I was like, I'm about to contact my girl on Facebook, make me a flyer real quick. This is my services. My services was super affordable. Everybody had that money coming in.
and people was just spending
And
it.
they was just spending
Yeah.
money with me.
I
And
seen that. A lot of people
They
was
didn't care.
gone out of there. Just,
Man, people was spending money like crazy with me. Like
Yeah.
I was looking at my cash apps. They was on Facebook the other night. I was laying in my bed and they was showing how much money they spent like with people on Cash App. Like people was like posting what they spent. And I was just, dang, let me go on my Cash App. I mean, people was spending like $1,000, $1,500, $1,700, like all this money with me.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, it was
pandemic
really
money back.
popping. Like, run that monkey park back. Run the pandemic back.
Whoa. What about you, Gloria? How did your business thrive during the pandemic?
So I'm a service-based business. So, but I have a office. So, I feel like I provide a need for people. There's literally millions of people in the world that need their credit fixed or are not educated on how to use credit.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm an example for people. Like there's so much stuff. Like I literally jump-started one of my businesses using credit and not using my own money. And people don't know how much they can just leverage credit.
Yeah.
So, I really wasn't affected. I actually was cracking.
And bought a semi. And she bought a semi.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
I got a
Love to see that.
So, I actually still work a job, but the thing is, I don't need to work that job. But I'm one of them people that's like,
You like that security.
I've had a
Yeah.
job since I was 16
Yeah, I've
years
been working
old.
since I was 12.
And it's really hard to let it go. But
Yeah.
I feel like I would like vent to my mom or even my friends. Like I feel overwhelmed, like to work 40 plus hours in a week and then to know you still got to put in that same amount of time towards your business, call clients. People don't know. People think you just create letters off of Google and just mail them off. That's not
She
what
said,
I
that's
do.
not it at all.
That's
That ain't
not
how it
what
works.
I do. But you know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of work. And it was hard. People don't know. Like when I started my business, I really didn't make no money till like 2 years to like 2 years
I heard
later.
that that's
I
the
was
thing,
using
though,
my
right? 2
job
years.
to pay for my business, and
Yeah.
I literally was either breaking even or I didn't have like no money in my business account.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to keep pushing through and you not reaping like no type of benefits
Yeah.
whatsoever of your hard work. But you know, I have really amazing friends. They refer my businesses all the time. And even like if you just go on my Facebook page, some people might not even know that I actually do credit things. And I'm just thankful that I have almost 200 clients.
That's amazing.
And, it took a while to get to that point. It took a while. It took a lot of dedication. And I'm trying not to cry.
Oh, you know what, girl? Congratulations. Yes, girl, you are amazing.
my
Thank you so much for being here. Y'all, give her some love. You are amazing.
If you know you got a good rapport with them and you know you've been doing good, they gonna always let you come back.
Yes.
So you can take that break and be like, "This is what I want to do," and I'm gonna leave it.
Or take a leave of absence.
Yeah, just
Right.
take a leave of absence. That was another one of the girls how did. She took a long leave of absence. She started her clothing. No, she working. She gonna still tell you. She took a long. I'm like, girl, when is you coming back to work? She up there. She started a whole new store. And when she did her boutique, when she did her boutique and everything, she saw that it was doing good. She did eventually call them and said, "Hey, that leave of absence is now permanent." Gone. She left.
Wow.
So you can even do. Some people do that to start their business. They do a leave of absence.
I feel like
Yeah.
I'm almost there. I'm not. I told like
We
you know,
had this
Reese before, I'm
conversation.
not full time. I only work 8 hours a week, so I'm very casual. Thank God because of my business. So thank you. But you know, I just really want to thank God because I just appreciate the amount of love and support
Yes.
that I get. And I also just like the fact that, you know, I'm really helping people literally change their lives
Yes.
with credit. Things that they were never able to get approved for, they're able to get approved for and qualify for. I've helped people become homeowners because of their credit. Like that feels good. I've
Yeah.
helped people purchase their dream cars because their credit is in a great standing, something they never thought, you know, that could happen. And then back to kind of like your point that you was making, like me transitioning from like a 9 to 5 to like a full-time like CEO, I always had an end goal. So I have a son, he's 14, and he actually came to me before and complained about how much that I worked. So I
Wow.
knew eventually like I didn't want to work a job. I don't want nobody to ever have that much power over me to be like, unfortunately, we got to let you go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to ever have that much power over my paycheck or
Yeah.
what I get paid. So I knew that I needed to do something and figure something out so that I can have basically more time with my son. My goal, like even like money can only do so much. I want time.
Yeah.
I want time, and that's just something that money can't, you know, pay for. So
That's true.
that was kind of like my whole thing with like transitioning into entrepreneurship was like my son.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's
And
a
why
wonderful
spend
story,
all
girl.
that time making somebody else rich?
Dream right.
Yeah.
When you can do it for yourself.
I'm gonna
Right.
tell y'all a little bit about me. So I'm a talent acquisition manager during the day, and I actually staff healthcare facilities, psychiatric and correctional specifically nationwide. That's what I do full time. So during the pandemic, it was crazy. I had the craziest part of my career. On the flip side, it was insane. It was very hard to deal with the way that the industry and the market had fluctuated. It went from a steady flow to a flow that was so crazy and increased. it was hard for us recruiters to keep up and get the places staffed. And once the pandemic like kind of subsided, people still had it in their mind, like, okay, I'm a healthcare professional. I want this pay. I want this pay. So not only were we impacted when the pandemic started and it was an upside, things started going crazy down. And my kids were forced to be home with me, poor kids. During that time, I had to school them. So they at home doing their schoolwork while I'm working full time. And I had just started Beauty Sleep. So it was a crazy situation. And so that's why I kind of wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about that too, because I'm at that place now where I'm like, I want to move from what I'm doing full time, but I'm also passionate about what I do full time.
Mhm.
So that's the part I'm struggling with. It's not necessarily just the income or doing what I love. I'm doing what I love here. I'm doing what I love there. And then I got other stuff going
It's
on that I'm
okay
doing.
to love both, though. I think a lot
Yeah.
of times people assume that you have to
Ain't
quit your
love
day
both.
job. Like, you don't. You just have to find balance.
Yeah.
Like,
And you
or
don't
you
have
can
to
create
stop
a space
working.
That's
where
harder because you
if-
love both.
Yeah.
if you love what you do in your normal job, you can take that and create something of your own that does the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you're
Mhm.
able to still work for yourself, create your own hours, but you're still able to offer the services that you love from that.
Yes.
Doesn't mean you have to work under them.
right.
Mhm.
You create your own space for it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But see, I only love it under them. And then I don't want to do
Do
it
it
if
anyway.
it's not going to be under them.
Then I
If
think
that,
you
makes,
better-
that makes sense.
But honestly,
Well,
then
then
I
again,
think you
you're
just
not gonna wanna do
comfortable.
it.
And I think
Right.
that's the thing.
I
I
think
think
you're
within the next couple
comfortable.
years, it's
You're
going to be a
comfortable.
complete.
You're
Yeah,
comfortable.
you can.
I think
Yeah.
you at a
Because you
comfort
can help
level.
people in other
You're at a
ways
comfort
and
level.
get the same fulfillment.
Yeah.
That's
You just
okay
comfortable.
too.
I feel
mean,
like I think my time had expired.
I worked
was
a
just
lot of
like,
jobs. I'm not gonna lie to
I'm
y'all
like-
though.
working just.
My
Yeah.
family used to
Like,
joke
it
and
ain't
tell
that.
me I act like the lady off of Everybody Hates Chris. My husband got 2 jobs. I ain't gotta work here. Because I've been married.
She was my favorite character in that show. by
I've
the
been
way.
married for 16 years, so like they assume that like every time I quit a job is because he let me quit a job. But I'm just a person that if I don't believe in your values or your structures, I cannot work for you.
Yeah.
I do, and if you don't value me and what I bring to the table, I gotta go.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel like it's just about the sacrifice.
Right.
Like you leaving that job, you're gonna make some sacrifices, and you have to be okay with those sacrifices.
Mhm.
And you have to be honest with yourself about what you're gonna have to sacrifice,
Right.
whether it's your income, whether it's the groundwork you have to do to make sure your other businesses are gonna bring the income that you need,
Mhm.
or just the time away from yourself, because you're gonna have to take time away from yourself to get your head in the game to become a
Right.
full-time entrepreneur.
Right.
Being a
right.
part-time entrepreneur and a full-time entrepreneur is 2 different things.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So just
Yes,
being
it
able to
is.
sacrifice, just understanding like it's gonna change.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I've got 3 different things that I'm working on, including this podcast. Y'all, I do this once a week. Y'all know where it's at. But this is something that I do too, because I always wanted to do. I don't know if y'all, when I was a kid, I wanted to be like a news reporter, you know, so
Girl, I always wanted a
Um,
talk show. I'm gonna get
something like that. Yeah, I always wanted to talk to people. So even in my beginning of my career, it was customer service. It's like, just talk to people, help them through their problems. I want to help people, right? And that's kind of where it started. And so thank you to Tone Deaf Pod Network for giving me this opportunity. This is something that I love to do as well. So I'm hoping I can branch out into just doing this
Mhm.
and doing other things that I got going on. But yeah, it's a process. So that I want to ask y'all that. How do y'all trust the process? Because a lot of people have a hard time trusting the process. And the one thing I'm going to have to say for me is, with everything that I've done, is having that support system for me has been a thing. I've done things this past year that I never thought I could do. So I've shown myself what I'm capable of. That's why I wanted to ask y'all about, inspiring people who want to do this all together. So y'all are examples, live examples that you got to have that support system, right?
Yeah.
And then I would say the other thing is just actually like really believing in yourself, believing in your vision, and finding people that believe in it too. Am I missing something? Is there something else y'all want to
No,
add?
I think
Faith.
Yeah,
If
definitely.
you- if you
Definitely
believe-
faith.
I know everybody doesn't believe in whatever you believe in. Having faith
Yeah.
that your journey is already written and it's going to happen. Because if it's written for you, it's for
Mhm.
you. What's
Yeah.
for you is always going to be for you.
Yeah.
So no, now the steps you may take to get to it, the mountains you may have to climb, but he never said it was gonna be easy.
Right. It's never
He
gonna
just
be
say,
easy.
I already have this for you, but he didn't say I'm gonna just give it to you.
Right. You got to work for that.
You got to work for it, and because faith without work is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for me, one of my biggest things over the support system, because I appreciate my support system, but over my support system, over just believing in myself, I start off with just having faith that this journey is what this journey is supposed to be.
Yes.
Life is gonna life.
Yes.
Like, regardless of what we do,
You gotta
regardless
keep
of how
it- you
great of
gotta
a
keep
person
it
you
going.
think you are, regardless of if you got your shit together, life is going to life. And that goes from losing people that you never thought you were going to lose, having hard days, having
Yeah.
days where you think you're gonna break down and you ain't gonna be able to get back up the next day. I lost my daddy 6 years ago and I still feel like I lost him today.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but every day I have to get up.
Yeah.
I can't sit in it.
It's
I
a
can't
spiritual
sit in
journey.
it. It's a spiritual journey. So
Yeah.
you really have to take the time to invest in your spirit.
Yeah.
Like, not just invest in your business, invest in your spirit.
Yes.
Do what you have to do to
Dig
get
deep,
right.
dig deep in there.
That's like within the last 2 years, when I tell you my space has evolved into a whole nother level. Like that's why you don't see me in drama.
Yeah.
That's why I don't see people as competition. That's why I'm always tunnel vision. That's
Yeah.
why I can be friends with somebody who does the same stuff as me
Yes.
and not feel pressured by
Don't feel
it.
no type of way.
Like, girl, you doing you and I'm doing me, and I gotta
Yeah.
do me in the way I can do me. You gotta
Because
do
we
you the way
gonna
you do it.
do it different.
Because we gonna
Yeah.
all do it different, and people gonna come to you for stuff. And
They
people
gonna come-
we have mutual clients that they go to her for lashes, and they come to me for a facial and be like, Ashley said, don't mess up my lashes.
I said,
And
my
I'll
friends,
send
they
her
goggles.
a video like, F your lashes. Like, just like, once you get into that mental and that spiritual space, whatever that is for you,
Yeah.
you will.
Ain't no it's no such thing as like that competition.
Yeah,
with
like
it.
you would just find peace in your journey.
Yeah.
Because you know that shit gonna be hard sometimes. Like,
Right.
you know it. So it's not a surprise, like, bro, this shit broke down today. Okay. I didn't have a steamer breakdown when I had a day full of facials. I'm like,
And she came and took mine, and then guess what?
I'm like, this
That
broke.
one broke too?
My steamer broke down.
Oh my God.
My extra one, I was like,
Listen, I'm like,
forget
well,
it.
friend got
Hey.
friend got a full house of institution. She got an extra steamer. I called my husband. I said, go pick up one of Ashley's steamers. I got a full day of facials. I ain't got a steamer. Listen,
But
it-
what you do.
What a friend though that you can just
Listen.
pull up and use her equipment.
Period.
And she
Then
ain't
mine
like,
break down.
Period.
Yeah.
Break down, do it.
And she didn't say you got to buy me another one or nothing.
No,
hers-
my
her
other
other
one
was at
broke
the shop.
down.
So we ended up
The
having to
same
order
day. I
the
was
same
like, I
expensive.
had
Hey.
some extra ones, and then all of a sudden they not working. So we just made it work. I mean,
Yeah.
as the esthetician, is ways around not using steam, whatever. So we pretty much.
But that just
made
show
it
you
work.
life is going to life.
It's gonna do what it do.
Listen, and you just gotta roll with the punches,
Yes.
and you gotta pray about it, because the only person that really has the answers is God.
It's God.
Like, I can complain and vent all day, but baby, I can't change it.
I
The
feel
outcome
like
is the outcome. You just can't change.
You can't change it.
Yeah.
And I stopped trying to control things I can't control, and I just let it go.
Yeah, you
Release
just
it.
got to do that.
I
You
don't
really
like.
do.
I literally got into a routine, and I was just telling my makeup artist before I came to the event this past Sunday, but I just told her, like, I got into a routine this year. Before I look at my phone, before I check any text messages, any emails, I just lay in my bed and I thank God, because I came a
Yes.
long way. The messy me, the bitter me,
That's you.
the very messy me, the
The
very
petty Betty.
the very just such a person. When I look back on Facebook statuses now that I've made in the past, I'm embarrassed.
Dude, I be seeing that. What I posted last,
I
the year
said
before last,
Like,
whatever.
man, I've evolved
yes.
so much as a person, and
I don't want to see them.
I really, honestly, I can't thank nobody but God. But I got into that routine of not being ashamed to love God out loud.
Yeah.
Because I say I would not be here. I know I don't have everything I want, but I just thank God for what He gonna do continuously for me. And I think that a lot of people need to get comfortable with being okay with thanking God.
Yes.
Sometimes I need to stop and pray my way through my day because it's been hectic with clients late, pushing other people back, messing up my schedule, and I ain't had my Starbucks today, and y'all getting on my last nerves. Like, I just need to stop and just talk to God about it. But I also stopped like talking to a lot of people about my issues, and I
Man,
started
girl,
praying them
That's
out.
the one.
I learned that
And,
lesson.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Because it's only certain people you could talk about, and even family too. Sometimes you can't jam with family because they don't understand it how God understands it.
Yeah.
So I really had to get into that routine of
You just
just
said a whole
worshiping
word.
Him and
Sure did.
trusting the process that is going to work out. And it may not be roses right now, but you will work your way toward what He has for you. And I may not have everything exactly. Hello, and I may not drive, I was just talking to you about purchasing another car. I may not drive the car that I want to drive right now, but I know when I put in my hard work and my dedication, God is going to bless me with the vehicle. So it's a process.
It's gonna
and
come when
people
it's your
need
time.
to be more in tune with God. I cannot tell you how many people are so ashamed to worship God. Wherever I'm at, I don't care if I'm at Walmart getting some food.
Yes.
Baby, if I feel inclined to pray, I am going to pray.
Baby.
Because that's
I
just
know
who
that's
I am.
right.
I'm a praying woman. And it just happened this year. Like something just came over my life. And I guess it was like the business and me setting an example for other business owners. And you don't have to be like super spiritual,
Right.
but you have to know who you are as a person.
Yes.
As a woman, as a man, you have to know who you are. And I think that was my issue for so many years is I did not know who Brianna was.
Right.
Yeah.
I really didn't. Like, I was so influenced by so many different people, and I had to find my tribe.
Yeah.
My tribe ain't messy. My tribe don't be up in drama. If you are, you probably not a part of my tribe. I probably really don't even mess with you like
I
that.
plan to leave you where you at.
Period.
For real, the people that I got around me right now don't even do all that. Like, we come together when it's time to come together, and that's that.
Yeah.
But I think more people need to get in tune with just really finding a tribe and not feeling like they tribe got to be 100 deep. Like, you can have 4 or 5
tribe
Good
Just
friends,
people,
good quality
good
friends.
quality friends in your
100
circle,
That causes trouble.
and that's just too
I'm
much.
taking
Yeah, that's a
quality
lot.
over quantity.
Thank you.
Okay.
Any
Definitely.
day. So just being in tune with whatever you worship, and if you don't worship God or you don't believe in God, that's your prerogative. But just being in tune with, most importantly, yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Amen, girl. I gotta give you
Yes.
something.
yes, and just rolling with the punches of life, because like you said, life's on life.
Life's
Yes.
on life.
It is what
If
it
you don't do nothing
is.
else, baby, it's gonna wake up in life. And you
Exactly.
gonna, what?
Awesome. I think that's phenomenal. The way you said that, I couldn't have said that better myself. Absolutely. It's been days where you up late, you crying, you can't let nobody know. You gotta let it out.
Mhm.
That's another thing, y'all. Cry. Let
Oh,
that
yes,
shit out,
cry.
dude. What?
There's some days you don't even know why you
Sometimes
crying.
you just
I
gotta
know,
cry.
I just be like,
You
this
just break out.
podcast. But that's
I
okay.
don't know why I'm crying, but
Sometimes
it's
I'll
gotta
be
come
like,
out.
man, just forget the old day. Just forget
Right.
it.
Right.
My favorite place to cry is in the car.
Girl, I'll be in the car for like hours.
Before
I sit in the house. I sit in my car before I go in the house. I sit in my
I
car.
have to. I
Me
have
too.
to. Yes, because I already know I'm about to go in the house and be like, why kids?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I have to. I do my prayer in the car. I cry in the car. I let out whatever I need to. If I'm feeling like, and I'm like you, within the last year, I just been praying more, like
Yeah.
way more than I used to, and it's crazy because it just like came out the blue. But I literally stop the music in the car and be praying while I'm driving, just out loud talking to myself. Like I don't even. And I always tell God, like, I don't even know if I'm praying correctly, but I'm praying.
Oh,
Like,
he hear you. He
Yeah.
I
listening.
learned that Rose Athletics is there's no special way to pray. It's just you talking to God. That's your prayer.
Yes. And God knows your
I
heart.
prayed with her through a voice thing the other day. I just felt like I needed to send it to her. Like, listen, you need.
That's why I've been saying, because I be like, as a business owner, you really don't have time to go through the stuff that you have to go through, because you got to still get. I just lost my friend, and that was a friend that I hadn't talked to in like 7 years,
Yeah.
just because it was just like, you say give people space too, and I'm like, dang, I wish I wouldn't have gave her that space
Yeah.
to be like, come on, like I'm glad I had the opportunity last year after her baby daddy died to tell, like, I love you, like I'm here for you, like I'm always here, I always loved you. It was never no bad blood or anything. It was just like, you like when it was a time when you needed me, I wasn't really there. It was like, but I couldn't be there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The way you wanted me to. So now that she's gone, you can't get that back.
Right.
I can't get that back.
Yeah.
So these was just moments like I had, like this was somebody that I love so much.
Yeah.
And she's no longer here.
I'm so sorry.
So
for your loss, honey.
it's hard. So
Yeah.
and then I really gotta get up and go to work and look people in their face knowing that I'm going through stuff that I'm going through. And I
Yeah.
still smile. And people don't know really like what's going on in your life. And I have to be strong for everybody in there because with her passing away, my staff, we was all family with her. So it's like
Yeah.
losing her, that shit hurt. And it hurt them. And it's just like, what can I do for you? So now I gotta be stronger for everybody else. And I don't want to be a bad person to be like, y'all, when all this is said and done, we still got to be able to feed our families. Like, so we have to work.
Yeah.
It's like we can't really take those days off and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's just like when you are a business owner, like I believe in myself. I believe in God 100%, and I believe in myself because God made me the person that I am.
Yes.
So I know I'm not gonna fail because I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep doing what it is that I have to do to get to where I have to go, no matter what I go through in my life. Nobody would know it because I'm gonna keep a smile on my face.
Yeah.
And you only gonna know if I tell you. You know, that's how I am. That's the person I am. And I cry like I had my moment this morning. I've been having my moment every day for the last 2 weeks. I've been having my moment. That's why I be like, when your friends send you those prayers do a lot for you.
Yeah.
When I go work out and I go to the gym, we have those prayers at the end, and those do numbers. You don't know what that stuff do to you in your life.
Yeah.
It be stuff you go through,
Yeah.
and it's be like losing somebody. Like, man, hold on to them friendships, hold on to that stuff because some stuff don't even be worth it. And I'm
Yeah.
real big on my friendship, is to lose her like that. That was hurtful.
And you gotta still get up and still.
And
go
you
to
still
work.
gotta get up and you gotta life. You gotta go through life.
Yeah. Yeah. You
You
are
gotta go
absolutely
through
right.
life.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yes,
don't get
girl.
breaks.
Yeah, it's like this is what it is. I gotta
Yeah.
keep pushing.
We don't get a breathing days. There's times where I hear people say they'll tell their client somebody passed away, and their client like, well, can I come in another day? Like,
Yeah.
What?
Even you taking the time out today to be here. Thank you. Thank you, honey.
Yeah, that's
Thank
hard.
all
That's
of you.
definitely hard. And I go through
Yeah.
I
stuff.
definitely asked her to come. I'm like, can you come?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's you know what, just you saying that somebody out there needed to hear that today.
Mhm.
Somebody needed to hear that today.
And to piggyback off of that, you know, I have clients too where my grandfather has dementia, and me and my grandfather are like this, and I had a bad day. I cried that night. I don't want to wake up the next morning. It's hard. It's life changing to have somebody in your life whom was a father figure when you did not have a father.
Yep.
See that person change.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know how bad that hurt.
Right.
Like I cry so bad sometimes at night. And to have to deal with clients and I reschedule your appointment, and they don't understand that. And it's like, you don't, without trying to tell like all your business, like, girl,
Right.
you know, I granted, and then they be thinking you be lying. And it's like, no, I'm not lying. Like I'm having
It's
been
been
draining
what
for
it
me.
is.
It's been a day for me. Like
But
I
told
need
her
that
when it happened
time.
that, I told her that. I was like, you probably need to take a day off and just
Mhm.
breathe. I'm like, your client should be able to understand. But I get it. Like, with her, the way she is, she's gonna still try to go to work and service what she needs to service. But even with you, like y'all need time. Y'all deserve that time. Like you losing somebody in your life, and it's different because like just like you know, your granddaddy has mentioned. We have people in our family right now that we're close to that is dying from cancer. 2 people at the same time, and it's like people don't know that part though because I don't talk about that. I don't talk about that, but we shouldn't have to.
Right.
So if I tell
you are people,
we're human.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest part people forget. They don't know how to separate you being this entrepreneur they see from you being human.
Oh,
like,
you
right.
I'm human.
A very
Not
right.
you unprofessional, but it's like I get that other people may lie to you about this. But if I've held my integrity with you since you've been my client, why would I lie now?
Right.
Like I've never played you. I never give me the benefit to take this time so I can give you everything you need from me.
Yeah.
Because you cannot pour from an empty pot.
That's
So
true.
when you're going through what y'all going through, you're pouring from an empty pot. And that's why it feels lonely there.
Yeah.
Because you're giving people something you don't got right now.
That's true.
You don't got it right now.
And sometimes I just don't have it. I don't have it to give because
You doing
seeing that
lashes,
person,
trying to talk to them,
right.
You don't have that conversation.
Man,
for
Right.
Exactly.
I ain't
Right.
gonna lie, because I was the day I think it was the next day. Luckily it was my friend, sister. And I'm just sniffing and I'm just like, she like, you better not be sick. I'm like, nah, I'm just having a moment. And I just told, and she didn't know that I was crying over her head. And I think one of the tears hit her forehead. So I was like, oh my God.
And I said, you need to take off because like y'all are literally pouring from empty pots, and it's not fair to y'all at the end of the day. Eventually, y'all gonna have a breaking moment that may be a bad moment for y'all.
Right.
Like, and it might be on the wrong person.
Right.
It might be on a client. It could be just triggering because y'all are literally trying to pour from this empty pot.
Right.
Like, it's okay to cry yourself to sleep. That part, cool. But it's also not okay to pretend during the day.
Right, right.
Like, you can
Real
pretend so
tough.
much. Like, you gotta. That's why I am so blunt, because you have to be clear and direct with people, because people cross boundaries and they'll continue to cross them if you don't. And it's not fair to you to not be able to say the same way they would say to you.
Right.
If they were going through something, they would call you and cancel their appointment
Yep.
because something happened with them.
Yep. Unfortunately, it's a family matter or
Whatever it is.
whatever it is, I can't make it.
You don't know if they lying, but it's times
But
that
you
don't
respect
even,
it.
It's times that you don't even charge people fees for that, and you supposed to because it's in your policy.
Right.
So y'all have to start thinking about that.
Yeah.
Stop tearing yourself up for being human.
Yeah.
Like, I listen, if you can call me and cancel because you on your period, I can call you and tell you my uncle is dying and I ain't gonna be able to make it today.
Yeah.
I haven't, and I didn't have nobody that knew about the situation that'd be like, well, still do my stuff. They are considerate to be like, hey, do you want me to come back, or
And those the
you
good
want me to-
Or
clients.
should I reschedule?
Should I reschedule? Like, I have it, and this happened so many times. Like, even when my cousin died, then I had two cousins that died the day of my cousin's funeral. I got to call my other cousin died. Then the next year, my brother died, and it was just like every time I'm at work, or you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like, oh my God. And then you bawling out of tears and you still trying to take these clients, and it just be like, because you want to be, you want to be professional. You want to be professional, and you don't want, one of my pet peeves is like, I hate inconveniencing other people. Like, but I understand like stuff happens. So I just usually push my way through stuff and be like, forget it. I'm just going to continue to do it.
And that's not healthy though.
And it's definitely not healthy, but it'd be like, man.
Yeah, you just feel like you have to.
Because when when are you gonna get over this? When are you gonna heal from it? And
Like,
you really
those are
you don't know. So that's why I be like, I'm just gonna keep going, because I don't know. I could be in here one day doing somebody's lashes or doing a facial or something, and then I just bawl out crying, and just like it. And it could be months later after the situation.
Right.
Like, when do you heal? Like, so I just keep pushing through it. But yeah.
I just made an
that's something that
Instagram
you
post
learning
about
to
that.
do.
That I think that I engulf myself in work, and I work from sun up to sundown, real late at night, so I can just be so busy that I don't have time to think
about it. Yeah.
And I know that's not healthy, and I know that's something that I'm trying to work on, because I need my rest too.
Yeah.
But I think that's why I stay so busy.
Yeah.
It's because it's like that lingering, like you see somebody changing, and you see somebody,
it's a lot.
You just told somebody something and they asking the same question, and you know it's not intentional, but he just honestly doesn't remember. Like, I'll be back ready to break down in my granny's house. I'll be like, I got to get up out of here, because it's just it's so much. And then Father's Day coming up, and then like, I try to spend as much time as I can, because you want to enjoy that time, because it's an ugly disease. Like, it he's fine physically, but that mind is just gone. And it's just all of a sudden, like, out of nowhere. And it's so hard. It's so life-changing for our family. You have different family members who refuse to deal with it, so they isolate themselves. But you can't isolate yourself, because they still need help. And then my grandmother still has her quality of life. She's still super sharp. She remembers everything back from 1955. So she remembers everything. But then, watching her husband deteriorate, somebody that she's been with for over 55 years, been married for over 55 years, deteriorate. That's hard on her mental. So trying to keep her sane and make sure that we keep her quality of life and get her out and doing stuff. It's hard. It's really, really hard. And people don't understand that though. Like, I had to cancel an appointment, and I was unprofessional, and she had never come back. But it's okay though, because like, I need a mental health day, and we've had several conversations, and I've never canceled on you. You've canceled on me.
And you also need those
need
type
this
of
one
clients
day.
though, right? That's the beauty of being an entrepreneur, is being able to pick your clients.
Exactly.
And if they
And
don't,
that's not the client.
And they don't
Yeah, that ain't the
match,
client
and
you
you
need.
just will not be coming back. And
Exactly.
I don't want to rent a client because you got too much drama and you got too much going on.
yeah.
So you can go on about your business and find somebody else to help.
Right.
Simple as that.
Absolutely.
What I lost one, I'll gain two more. That's how I always look at it.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say thank you, ladies, for coming today. I ain't gonna keep y'all all night, but I love y'all. Oh my God.
I love the vibes.
I want to do this again. But you all are incredible women, incredible Black women. Look at this, y'all. Y'all see these beautiful ladies. We had some amazing moments tonight. And so I want to close the show by giving y'all opportunity to talk about any promotions y'all have or anything like that. If y'all want to go into that, like you said, Father's Day is coming up. I know I seen you were doing something.
Yeah, I have a Father's Day beard facial special. You get $10 off until the end of June. I also have Raychella for anybody. You get $5 off a service if you show me the Raychella flyer. So yeah, book y'all appointments all the way through June 30th.
Book. Hey.
We normally always have some type of special going on. So if you follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, Divine Lash and Beauty Bar, you will be able to take advantage of those specials. Right now, we do have a Father's Day special coming on. So we looking for all the dads out there that want to get facials, back facials, pedicures, and manicures. Everything is 20% off right now. Let's just celebrate our fathers. So we want to be
Yes.
able to do something nice for them. So Divine Lash and Beauty Bar does have those specials, and we do also offer gift cards too. So you can always purchase a gift card.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love
I like
that.
So I actually didn't have a special, but I'm going to have one just for the sake of this podcast. So if anyone mentions this podcast, I'll give you 50% off of my packages, but you have to mention this podcast.
Okay.
Nice.
Mention it
All right.
too.
I love that. Love that.
I have a few classes coming up. I said my goal for June was 2, so I'm gonna give another one. People been bugging me about the notary class again, so I'm gonna throw that out probably next week.
Nice.
I gotta set the date and create the flyer, and then I'm super excited because I'm thinking about having my Chat GPT class, where you can create contracts and stuff like that in like 2 minutes using Chat GPT
Yeah.
and AI. So yeah, just be on the lookout for that.
Yes. I love it. All right, ladies. Again, y'all have been amazing. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for opening up. Y'all were very vulnerable today. Y'all were very educational. Y'all were very
Yes.
inspiring. And that's exactly what I was looking for when bringing everybody together. So thank you all for tuning in. Again, this is Minding My Own Podcast, and we will see you next week, Thursday.
Bye.
Bye-bye.